What's going on, everybody? Hey, it's me without a hat and, not dressed in work clothes and sitting in a finished space. And in fact, we're actually back at one of our old projects, the Beige Bungalow. So many of you may know, or many of you may not know, that we also run a blog and a design studio over at thehomestead.com. And that all started really with this house, the Beige Bungalow. And one of the major things that I get emailed about over there all the time deals with kitchen design and design in general. And that's really what our studio focused on, is designing with IKEA cabinetry. Now, we often don't think about that. Design and construction are so intertwined, yet they seem like worlds apart. One sits in an office and plans on paper and looks at tile samples and countertop samples, and the other one puts it all together. But if those two don't have a great line of communication, the end product never really looks that good. I'm most often asked about kitchen design and kitchen layouts and where to put cabinetry. Where should I put my appliances? Should I do a 2-wall, a 1-wall? Should I do an L shape? Should I do a U shape? Should I put in an island? The questions go on and on. And that's where we're going to start this series. We're going to start by discussing, how do you start designing a kitchen? So kitchen layout can mean a lot of things. It can mean everything from where your cabinetry sits, what walls you use, to the placement of your appliances. And the biggest hurdle for a lot of people is, where do you start? Well, I like to start with workflow and movement throughout a space, and movement throughout not just your kitchen, but how your house will flow into your kitchen space. We'll get into that specific part in another video, but let's talk about flow within the kitchen for now. So I typically start all my designs with the sink, and what I would refer to, and what most people refer to, as the working triangle. And the working triangle is the movement between the fridge, the range, and the sink, and how it has sort of a triangular shape in nature. Because at the end of the day, you need to be able to move efficiently and quickly between these three main workstations in order for your kitchen to truly be functional. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, screw functionality, I just want my kitchen to look awesome. And that's totally fine, but I'm here to tell you, you don't need to sacrifice on looks and design in order to have a functional kitchen. Take this kitchen, for example, where originally it was a U-shaped kitchen underneath the window where I'd be sitting relatively on top of the countertop underneath some overhead bulkhead style cabinetry. It was dated, it was claustrophobic feeling, and it really didn't function all that well. However, by removing a non-load bearing wall between the family room and the kitchen, we were able to completely transform this space. Not only does it look better now, it's 10 times more functional. So first up, we have the one-wall kitchens, or the single-wall kitchens. These are typically found in homes where space is at a premium, say condos, apartments, or loft-style buildings. But we even find them in kind of the new-style shotgun house, or what we call skinnies here in Edmonton. The best part of one-wall kitchens is they are typically extremely efficient for working in, just simply due to the proximity of everything around you. However, there are a few things you want to be aware of. For one, you want to make sure you locate your appliances correctly. And you want to prioritize the space between the range and the sink. After all, this is the area that will see the most use. So next up, we have the 2-wall or the L-shaped kitchen. This kitchen I'm sitting in right now is a perfect example of that. This layout maximizes the workspace and is easily tailored to fit the size of the room. You can have a 2-small-wall kitchen all the way to a large 2-wall kitchen. Another benefit is the increased flexibility in terms of appliance and sink placement. This is especially true if you're not dealing with any windows. The third common kitchen layout is the U-shaped kitchen. This layout is, as it sounds, a U shape that spans 3 walls. Now, this layout isn't nearly as common anymore, at least around here anyways. It is far more often found in traditional kitchens, where the kitchen area was separated by walls from both the dining and family rooms. Nowadays, people tend to prefer a more open concept, either removing one or both of these walls, so the kitchen almost becomes the hub of the home. The fourth style of common kitchen you'll come across is the galley or parallel kitchen. This kitchen is on 2 walls, however, they are parallel to one another. This is typically a great choice for rooms with either a door or a window at one end. Now, the key to the galley style kitchen is to make sure that there is actually enough space to work in, specifically and especially if you have 2 people. This means leaving roughly 48 inches or 120 centimeters between your countertops to provide enough space without bumping into each other, as well as to open doors and drawers on both sides at the same time. Now, depending on your space, you can take each of these specific layout options one step further by adding either a peninsula, a bar top area, or a kitchen island. In a one-wall kitchen, this can serve as a prepping area, a serving area, a hangout space with seating, and it also provides great separation from the rest of the space, giving the kitchen a little bit of definition. So take this kitchen. It's a great example of an L-shaped kitchen with a large center island. Now the center island provides some division between the family room and the kitchen. It gives this space a little bit of definition. On top of that, it provides a ton of extra square footage of countertop space, whether it be for prepping, baking, prepping for cooking, serving guests at the kind of breakfast bar, or setting out food for those large family dinners. And with that being said, you need to be careful with kitchen islands. They are sort of the hot topic of kitchen design, and probably the single most common trap we find our clients fall into. They send us our questionnaire back, and sure enough, there it is, kitchen island checked under one of the wants. Unfortunately, not every space is going to fit a kitchen island. Don't try and force it in. Remember, at the end of the day, workflow and movement is just as important as the placement of cabinetry in your space. You need to leave enough room to comfortably move around the space so that it remains functional. If additional countertop space is what you're after, there are other options that should be considered, such as peninsulas or coffee bars. It doesn't always need to be an island. This is a great place to end this video and provides a perfect segue into the next video's topic of the most common kitchen design mistakes we come across. Now, for those of you who already subscribed to the channel, let me know down in the comments below if you enjoyed this video and want to see more of them. If you just happen to stumble across our channel and like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. There's more content coming down the line every week. Thanks a ton for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.